Hi guys, so today I'm gonna be showing you guys my May monthly favorites. I will be discussing both beauty and non-beauty things, so let's go ahead and get started. The first product I've been really liking is this Sugar Arch Arrival Brow Definer in the shade Taupe Tom. And I really like it because it has like spoolie on one end, and then this is kind of like a dupe of like the Anastasia brow, if that makes sense. So I really like it whenever I'm not doing my makeup. Like when I don't do my makeup, my eyebrows are naturally really light, so this really helps with kind of defining my eyebrows without having to do my actual makeup. So I really like this product if you are trying to save money and not spend so much on all Anastasia brands. And people that know me know that I do not like using anything but the dip brow, so that's a big step for me to say that. So I definitely recommend that. The next thing that I would recommend is this Ardell lookbook, and it's really awesome. Like right now my lashes are about to be cleaned, so I don't have them in here, but right now I'm wearing the Demi Wispies, and it comes with the Demi Wispies, the Wispies, and the Wispy 600. So this is a really good purchase. They actually last you like a good month if you are really good at taking care of it. I usually wear lashes, 2, maybe sometimes 3 times, depending on the brand. With Ardell, I usually do wear it like probably twice before I toss them. So yeah, I really recommend that as well. Next is my favorite eyeshadow palette this month. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. Like, I don't know why it took me fucking, 10 years to purchase this. But a couple months ago, my friend Selena, we always do makeup parties, I guess. So whenever our guys hang out, we hang out and like fuck with makeup and do makeup looks or whatever. And lately with makeup palettes, there hasn't been a makeup palette that I really want, if that makes sense. Like there's always a makeup palette that people want or have, but I feel like I already have those shades in a different palette, or I don't really need that purchase. So I haven't been buying palettes lately, which I really should, but there's nothing that catches my eyes. So if you guys have any recommendations, definitely let me know. But I did go out of my way to buy this since I did swatch her own palette, and it had so many metallic shades, and metallic shades are so freaking hard to find. So I got this one. It's the Too Faced Chocolate Gold palette, and the shades in here are so beautiful. Like, yeah, you get your mattes, which is what people usually go for, are the mattes, but what I was really going for is the metallics. Like, they are so pigmented and so beautiful, and I just can't let go of this palette. I try to use it every time I possibly can, so that says a lot about that palette. So I'm just gonna swatch them for you really quickly. So this is chocolate gold, and then Rich Girl, Famous, cute little copper shade. Drippin' Diamonds is probably like one of my faves. I still haven't used it yet, but it's so pretty. It's like the perfect silver. And then last one I love is the Gold Dipped, which is this one right here. So I'm a really big like warm shades type of girl, so these metallic shades are fucking to die for. I don't regret it. I needed it and I got it, and I'm happy I did. If there's one thing I have trouble finding, it's contour or bronzers. For some reason, nothing intrigues me. I don't even know how to find the perfect shade. So whenever I purchased this, I did want to give it a try, and I'm glad I did. So when I purchased this, it's kind of dirty, so I'm sorry. I was really excited about the name, I guess you could. It's called Dulce de Leche. So, I figured, you know, maybe that means it's for, like, you know, us Latinas that, like me, I'm a light-skinned Latina, so it's kind of really hard for me to find a contour that makes me look not too harsh, if that makes sense. So I really like this. It's the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Contour Palette. And once again, it's the shade Dulce de Leche. And I've hit pan already. So I don't know if I need to do further research, but I really wish they just sold this shade without me having to get this big ol' half pan of this highlight shade. I'm not a really big fan of like pressed powders, and especially when they're lighter than my complexion, because I wouldn't be able to put this on my actual skin. I would have to put it on my under eyes. So I definitely really like this. You see how light that is? I really like how light that is, because you don't really find a contour shade that is not too pigmented and you can actually build up. That is drugstore. If you're looking for cheaper, this was probably like only $5, so that was really cool to find something that can, you know, situate my contour. Speaking of powders, so lately when I bake, I was so into the Airspun, what is it called? Airspun translucent powder. I was so into that for the longest time. I would say like probably a year. So this Revolution banana powder is pretty freaking cool. Like there's no flashback, so if I were to take a selfie with a flash, which I hardly do, or if somebody's taking a picture of me with somebody, I won't get that flashback. And I did notice that you know, with the Airspun, it was kind of leaving me a little too dry when it came to finding a powder that wasn't going to leave it too light and too flashbacky, and I didn't like it. After a while, I just kind of stopped fucking with it. So my new fave is definitely the Makeup Revolution banana powder. I definitely recommend this. Alright, and then speaking of like face products still, I was also like, I guess May was the month where I was expanding my curiosity in finding different products, since I was so how do I say this? I was clinging on to things that I didn't really love anymore, and I still have this stuff. It's just I don't really want to use it on the day-to-day basis. But what I did start using is a new primer. So I used to be really big fan of the Maybelline Baby Skin, which I'm not using right now, but I used to be a really big fan because it was a really good pore filler, and it kind of took care of the situation. But then I did start noticing that around my nose area, which is where I get the most oily, it did start, you know, getting oily during like halfway through my day, and I was not about it. So I knew I had to switch things up, so I did. Switch to was this e.l.f. poreless face primer, and it's pretty cool. I mean, it was like $6. It kind of like, if you know what tea tree oil is, it smells exactly like that, so it kind of threw me off. Tea tree oil for you know, my pimples or acne or whatever. So it did kind of throw me off that a primer would smell like it, but maybe it has more benefits than I can think of. So it was definitely a really good buy. I'm almost actually empty because of how much I really like it. So, and it also works really good, like, once again, when I don't feel like wearing makeup. Just because I don't feel like wearing makeup doesn't mean I'm not going to put product on my face. So perfect primer for no makeup as well. So if you're looking for something to cover up your pores, I definitely recommend this. The next thing I'm going to mention is a gift from my friend that I mentioned earlier, Selena. She actually works for a beauty store, and she's always like, you know, discovering new things, figuring out if she likes it, you know. And when she doesn't like things, she actually hands them down to me, which I have no problem with. Thank you, Selena, I fucking love you. But yeah, so she gave me this highlighter the other day, and she was like, here's this highlighter. I don't like it. It's too, you're more warm tone than I am, so this is probably gonna work out for you. And I'm really happy she gave this to me because it's like the perfect highlight. It's not too I feel like a lot of highlights nowadays have a lot of like shimmer, if that makes sense. So it's a little bit more of a neutral highlight where it's just kind of like that natural glow. And this one is the Stila Heaven's Hue highlighter in the shade Brilliance, and that's what it looks like. And I'm gonna swatch it, and it kind of feels, it's like very, it's of course a powder, but it's pretty wet. So like there's that. Thank you, Selena, because that is probably the best thing I've ran into in quite a while. So I'm kind of glad you introduced it to me and you gave it to your best friend. Alright, and then the last thing about face products. I know I have a lot of face products, but I did kind of want to show you guys what I'm currently using for my foundation routine, since I don't really do it on camera too often. So the last thing I have been really fucking with, or really obsessed with, I guess you can say, is this Maybelline 24-hour Superstay foundation in the shade 128, which is warm nude. The thing about this foundation is that it is matte. It is mattifying. It's mattifying, and I used to be all about matte. So especially during the winter, I don't know why I fuck with matte so much. Like, anyways, I really like matte. I used to really like matte foundation, matte lipstick, matte contour, matte everything. So this foundation is matte, but then that's what makes me bring up the other product, which is like really important. So whenever I do put on a matte foundation and put on a concealer and then kind of bake, I now set with a different setting spray. It's the NYX Dewy Finish setting spray, and I love it. It's not mattifying. It doesn't make my skin feel like I can't like make facial expressions without it, like, you know, being too much. So this is my new favorite like setting spray. If you are looking to become more dewy and shit, let me know. I can show you my tips and tricks on how I try to keep my foundation full coverage and also dewy at the same time. So if you guys want to see how that works with me, comment down below, because I never know what to post and I always like do Instagram polls. And anyways, moving on to the last couple of beauty products, is my new fave, which is, you guys are gonna hate me. I really like, it's what I have on right now. It's the NYX Liquid Suede Cream Lipstick, and these are my recent purchases. So I have the shade on right now. This one's called Life's a Beach. I also bought the shade Vintage, and then I bought this shade that I still don't know how I'm gonna wear it. It's called Little Denim Dress, and I'm gonna go ahead and swatch them for you. They would stay on me all day. I'd probably only have to touch up where I eat, which is not bad. You can kind of see that it's kind of matte on my lips compared to what it looks like right now, which is wet. So this is what it will look like wet, and then on my lips, it is kind of not kiss proof, so you can see that I can kind of take some of it off. But besides that, the only thing you'd be touching up is right here, is on your inner lip, which isn't too bad. So I definitely recommend these. I have more than these 3 shades of this type of formula. If I could recommend any NYX lippy, it would most likely be the Liquid Suede. I don't really like the lingerie ones or the matte, especially not the matte. Those are okay. And then my last lippy that I'm gonna mention that I can't seem to freaking let go of is this lip gloss right here. This right here is, I just can't let go of her. Like, she is so awesome to me. I love her so much. The pigmentation is killer. If you know me as a person, like anyone that knows me, like my friends, they'd be like, "Ooh, Dahlia, you wearing lip gloss? Like, what the fuck? You don't ever wear lip gloss." And that's very true. I only probably wear chapstick. The only time I used to wear lip gloss is if I didn't have chapstick. So that says a lot about me. This lip gloss, I had to stop myself from every time I use anytime I do my makeup, I have to stop myself, literally convince myself not to put this lip gloss on because it's so pretty. Watch. And this is pigmented as fuck. So check this out. Like, tell me that's not the perfect nude lip gloss. It's so pretty. I love it. So yeah, that is, I believe, all beauty products. All right, so a couple of things I have that are my month of May type of faves. I'll start off with the necklace I have on. It's my clear quartz necklace that I got in Boulder, off of Pearl Street. There's this really cute tiny little store that I love. I like to go in there to get my witch hazel. What else do I get there? My candles, so my color candles, my incense, my sage, my white candles especially. So I go there a lot. And the clear quartz is supposed to bring, like, it's supposed to, you know, especially wearing it, it's supposed to, like, bring in new thoughts. It is so pretty. My monthly fave for me is this book right here. Oh shit. It's this book right here. It's called Bless Me Ultima. And if you literally sit down and read the first page of this book, I don't know how to explain it. It gives you a different perspective of a way to perceive life. Like, we always forget to acknowledge the little things, like the sun rising or the grass that grows beneath our feet or things like that. So if you're trying to have a little bit more of an open mind to your reality, which a lot of us need, especially nowadays, it's 2018, and this book is very, very, very awesome. It talks about curanderismo, which I was brought up Christian, but curanderismo has always been something that has been around in my Mexican culture. It's always been a way to cleanse oneself. It's always been a way to kind of clear your spirit, clear your mind. So it is a really good book. Not specifically for curanderismo. So if you are a religious type, this book is still really good for you know, your mentality, a way to perceive life besides the way you perceive it. So I definitely recommend it. And it's, once again, called Bless Me Ultima by Rudolfo Anaya. Alright, and my next monthly favorite that I got in the month of May, I'll go and get it really quickly. This is my baby. Her name is Luna. Ah, shit. She is so cute. I love her so much. So for the longest time, I really was asking, don't get mad. Don't get mad. Anyways, for the longest time, lately, like, I got this for Mother's Day, I guess you can say, because for a minute, I have a daughter, and for a minute, I just really wanted, I don't know why my head was thinking this, but I had really bad baby fever recently, and because everyone around me was having a baby. So the novio showed up with this little beautiful little thing. Her name is Luna. I named her Luna because she's my all black cat, and I mean, why wouldn't you name her Luna? Last but not least, my last monthly ow, and she's gone. My last monthly fave is my new toy, not sexual toy. Ugh. It's this motherfucker right here. Isn't she cute? Like, she's a rainbow. Like, she's white, but She has like that holographic effect. Oh, the sticker fell off. Anyways, they had given me like, I came back from Mexico and my boyfriend had this waiting for me, so I was so happy because he missed me. Anyways, so it came with the grip tape and like stickers, but as you can tell, I don't know how the fuck, it's probably the heat. So yeah, this is my currently my fave that I'm probably gonna go ride here soon. But that is the last of my May favorites. I feel like I literally covered everything that I could possibly cover that I'm currently obsessed with. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys have any recommendations of videos you guys are wanting to see next, definitely comment down below. If you guys did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you guys can go ahead and subscribe so I can, you know, you guys can keep seeing my face. I hardly ever open up like this, so it's kind of fun doing it because